Mano Al, good morning, and how are you, faithful? You're probably not feeling too good today. Let's be pretty honest with that. What we saw going on today. Um, Welcome to Captain and Coffee Morning Show for your March 11th, 2025. Yeah, like I said, the whole good morning part. I don't think a lot of us are feeling good necessarily after yesterday's, basically as it's being called, the exodus from San Francisco for a lot of people, because let's be real, we lost a lot of people yesterday. But honestly, except for one or two, I think if you didn't see those coming, if you didn't see most of these coming, I don't know how much you're paying attention, because most of these you could see coming from a mile away. There was pretty obvious what was going on with a lot of these. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. The only one that is a true surprise to me, and it's even not even that big of a surprise, honestly, is the fact that we let Dre Greenlaw get away. I think letting Dre get away is going to be the one that hurts the most. Uh, John Memo, are you still drinking heavily? I poured out a little bit last night, just moved on, man. Like I said, I again with the Dre thing, like I said, we saw there was always a good possibility that he was leaving. That said, I figured the Niners would go hard after him, being that he is one of the cores that this defense has been built upon, especially with the return of Robert Sala. But good luck, Dre. He is signing it's a 3-year deal worth 35 million with the Broncos. Right? Let's see. Then the next one that's again not shouldn't be surprised to me. The Niners went up to Kyle, to Juice Check yesterday. They asked him to restructure his deal for the second year in a row. He said no. With him saying no, that means they were going to release him. So Kyle Juszczyk has been released, and as you can see with the George Kittle tweet, George Kittle's obviously her business buddy. That's like his best friend. Their wives are best friends. These guys don't do these two families. You can almost say just don't do anything without the other, kind of a thing. So another big loss. Personally, for me, being Polynesian, the biggest loss to me is again another loss that was in the cards. Been injured, other things. As much as I love Huff, he's a little slow for playing safety. We could burn him deep, which he did get caught quite a few times. Especially on Drake uh, Denver, also with a 3-year agreement. I forget exact. I couldn't remember how much he made. So another loss for the 49ers. We also lost, and again, not surprising, Charvarius Ward is signing with the Colts for a 3-year deal for $60 million. Obviously, he didn't rule out returning to San Francisco, but he basically said, "I'm not coming back. There's just too much the trauma of the tragedy, losing his daughter last year and everything. Completely understandable. His wife doesn't even want to be in the city at all. He's talked about, waking up in the middle of the night in sweats. So this one is, of all the other ones, this is probably the least amount, the one that has to do with the least with money or anything like that. The family just wants a fresh start and stuff like that. So completely understandable. Again, good luck to Mooney Ward. Hopefully all works out for you. And probably the most surprising one in terms of how much money they are getting. Aaron Banks is going to be a Packer. It's a 4-year, $77 million deal for him. In a year, I mean, he happened to go to free agency at the perfect time. He was the top guard in a year with hardly any other interior lineman, especially guards, available. So you overpay for what you get. Congratulations to him. That is a huge deal. The Packers overpay for him quite a bit, probably. But yeah, good for him and his family moving forward. Elijah Mitchell, I know a lot of us think on the team, but he was on the team going into this year. He is also he's going to be joining the Chiefs with a $3.5 million. One say it's a 2-year deal for him on his, and then joining him with the Chiefs will also be tackle Jalen Moore. None of these should really be surprising to anybody. Everybody saw the writing on the wall that there was going to be a big old mass exodus. This team is retooling, rebuilding, however you want to describe it kind of a thing. But there's going to be a whole new lot of 49ers next year, and we saw it. Like I said, the only one surprised me was that with Dre, I figured we'd go a little bit harder after Dre. So that leaves Mr. George Kittle. If you get this picture, congratulations. You should probably take your back, man. You probably hurts this morning. Yeah, so this leaves George Kittle as the longest tenured 49er on the team. He's looking around. Probably he's not going to. He's going to walk into the locker room next year, not recognize half the locker room or any of that kind of stuff. It's going to be a rough one for Kittle moving forward. So, the question is, do we do anything yesterday with actually trying to rebuild this team? We actually did. We actually signed a brand new 49er, Luke Farrell from the Jacksonville Jaguars. A lot of people are freaking out at the about how much money it is because it's a 3-year contract worth up to 20, $20 million. A lot of people are thinking that it's a worth $20 million. No, there's incentives and other stuff like that he has to hit to make it the $20 million. That said, I actually really like this signing. You have the number two blocking tight end last year, who now, what do we all said? One of the best things about George Kittle, and honestly, as good of a blocker he is, I think that's the second best thing he does. I think he's a much better receiving tight end than he. We know he's good, but I think he's actually better than what we give him credit for. Why? We've had to keep Kittle in, especially about the last 5 years or so, to compensate for the offensive line, at least on one end being trash. So now we have a live of still kicking in. Now we have a tight end who is maybe not necessarily equal to Jordan, who's complimentary, who can stay in, block, and that lets us release Kittle to be more of a weapon. He's got decent hands. He just doesn't get thrown like I said. I like this in the fact that maybe we're going to see more two tight end sets. Maybe we go to close to like the Patriots when they had Aaron Hernandez and Gronkowski. When they had that two tight end set, when those two guys out there, both of them really good blockers, both of them could catch. We're able to do tons of things in motions and stuff like that. I would love to see more tight end sets, especially with another tight end who can block. This, like I said, now we don't have to have George Kittle as being basically the sixth lineman protecting, whoever the quarterback is. Now we get him out into the flat, into the stuff, let him get more playmaking. So again, I like this one. I really do. All right. Then we also re-signed defensive tackle Kevin Gibbons. I think this is a good another depth piece. Obviously, I don't think he's going to be a starter or anything like that. But as far as the depth piece goes, Kevin Gibbons is a really solid depth piece. And the last one that we did sign back running back Patrick Taylor to a 1-year extension. He played well in the last couple of games where he was basically the only running back left on the team. He did come over partially through the season from Green Bay. A lot of people, he's not flashy in any sort of way, but what he is he's solid. He knows the offense. He knows his role. Um, he's just solid. He plays some special teams probably for us. Again, you want someone back there because more likely we're going to have a couple of younger running backs coming up through the draft and unrestricted, and after when we sign the unrestricted draft guys afterwards. Sorry, great part there. So we're gonna have some younger guys. You want someone there on the practice squad, as your third, fourth depth running back who can fill the role if needed. We've seen this team go down to about their 96 running back again last year. So we know we got to keep people back there who know the offense, who are kind of a plug and play situation. He is almost perfect for that again. So again, I like the signing of Patrick Taylor to bring him back. And after all that, ladies and gentlemen, please make sure to use the link in the description to get your goat fuel. Gives you 10% on your order, put some money in my pocket, makes everybody happy. As far as Niner Faithful Radio goes, we are not doing anything today. As per tradition, we start this, at least the start of the NFL year always starts on a Wednesday. So it's the one time a year we move our beginning of the show to Wednesday instead of Tuesday. It's also going to be the 8th season that we start Niner Faithful Radio. And this is the way we started. We always start on Wednesday. So no show today. Yeah, so it looks like I'm actually back. My computer decided to take a shit as usual, as it has been doing lately. So let's just go ahead and end the stream. Hopefully it'll stay up and I'll be able to get this done today.